Yep, I was. Called cats and stuff. So what we're gonna do, since I woke up from a nap and Chris is out of the office, I'm gonna go ahead and play some additional Dune today, this afternoon. Specifically, I'm gonna work on some base building stuff here this afternoon. So we put a guild box up here for guild members to use to come stick like schematics and stuff in, like deep desert schematics. And then I need a water container up here. So I don't know if I have enough. Still got some hours left on the water production. I need some aluminium. So let's go grab some aluminum. As my American countrymen would say, some aluminum. We don't need none of that fangled aluminium. We need aluminum. I was gonna say, did they finally leave the lights on when you get out of the driver's seat? But no, the lights still turn off when you get out of the driver's seat. I think somebody may have rolled by a minute ago and grabbed all the aluminum. That would be that somebody right there, it looks like. I'll let them grab that, and then I will just go up around and see if there's any here. Ooh, somebody's building a new base up in here. It's looking groovy. One of these days, I want to be able to get my hands on those right there, to be able to build struts out from the mountain. I want those, because I don't think any of those are available in the building sets we currently have, and I would love to have a set. I think that's about as far away as I want to run. Probably should grab any plasteel that I see, or basalt, excuse me, that I see on the way back down. You know, I probably ought to think about putting a tier 5 cutter ray on this thing too at some point. I think I missed a turnoff. I got turned around doing things differently up here. Oh, you can pew pew me all you want. Well, this guy's cutter, his buggy's just sitting here. I thought he was harvesting something, but since there ain't nobody here... Oh, I just pushed his buggy out of the way. Oh no, he's moving now. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm about out of fuel too. Better get back, because I don't think I have a fuel cube on me. Nope, I do not. Okay, now this should allow me to get to the next stage of things here. Okay. More importantly, I need industrial pumps for that. I ought to just make that, man. Because it's going to be so much more to make that right there. I ought to just make the medium, because I only need ingots. However, I bet I don't have any carbon ore. I bet I'm out of carbon. Is indeed out of carbon. All right. Well, let me think about this. I need all of this anyway. I might as well go get carbon. Is it my base? Yes, but also it's a guild hub. Sort of, kind of. So it is my personal base. It's my second base, but it is also slowly but surely becoming the guild hub. I don't need to repair anything. Like, I just got a guild chest up top today, and I'm about to get... The objective right now is I need to get a spice refiner up and going so that we can use a spice refiner, but I'm also going to be getting another water cistern placed up top so the guild members can have a place to freshen up when they're up top, using the landing platform as a shelter from storms all the way there at the tippy top of the base with the pentashields. I think I gotta go around the other side here. Go see if I can find some carbon ore. I don't think I have to worry about quicksand out here. But just to be on the safe side. Let's go find some carbon. I know there's carbon out here somewhere. Pretty sure that's copper. I don't need that. But I gotta find it first. Excuse me, gentlemen, while I roll through your camp. Vroom, vroom, vroom. I don't see any carbon. I haven't harvested carbon in so long. Finding some may be tricky. Oh, no. There's some. Shit, I should have looked for quicksand. Ah! Okay, I should be okay. getting a ton of it right out of the gate, which is awesome. Alright, I just gotta remember, where was this at? Right over here in the corner? Ah, that's easy to find. Just gotta go to the wall. To the window. To the walls. The ore drops down my... What? What? Okay. Yeah. Let's see if we can get one more ought to push me over 2,000 carbon, and that ought to be more than enough for my needs. For the immediate needs, anyway. Because what I want to do right now is put a medium water cistern up top for the guild members. And then I'm probably going to think about adding some inner story floors to the main building structure. And then we might be ready to start doing interior decorations. Okay. I think I needed 60. 60 steel ingots. Let's hold off on those, please. 60 steel ingots. So, I think it's... Yeah, I need to make... Oh, I can only make 50 right now. Because of what? Water? Iron ore. No, do I not have enough iron ore? No, you've got to be shitting me. Well, I can remedy that very quickly. While that's processing. This is why I keep a T3 base. It's an extra 4,000 a month in taxes. Sorry, 8,000 a month in taxes. Thanks for the gifted subs over on Twitch, King and On. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Anyway, this is why I still haven't torn down my original base. Because I still need iron occasionally. I don't know that I'll ever fully move away from it. What I ought to do is just harvest it on foot. That way I don't have to take the other mining buggy out. There ought to be some right around here. I don't need a lot. I love getting stuck beneath my thopter as it slides down the hill. Oh, are you really gonna be petty about this shit? I know there's some more iron over here somewhere. Really? No iron? I haven't really produced much back here in a while. I moved all my production facilities north, but I still keep the base back here because I have a mining buggy back there. But I was gonna be lazy and not bring it out, but now I'm like, I'm not getting any. I might as well go grab the buggy. Thought there was gonna be like 5 or 6 nodes here, and there are not. That's copper. Ah, aha, aha, aha! Here we go. This is all I needed. I didn't need a lot. There we go. Full up. I'll be right back. Does make me wonder. I was just thinking about, I know like Starfield, No Man's Sky, other crafting games, you can eventually get to the point where you can put like mining facilities on top of things. I don't know that they're ever going to go that route with this game though, because that would defeat the manual nature of running things, but also because like flour sand is never always in the same spot. It shifts because of the sands. It's an interesting concept. Alright. Hang on. I need to throw that in a chest. Oops. I need 60 steel. More iron ingots. Then I can make the steel. Then I'm going to put that up top. You know, while we're doing this, let me make... I'm going to need to put 4 more filters. I need 5 more ingots for that. Yeah, the sand shifts. The flower sand shifts around, Belloc. It can also be depleted from an area. So, like, as an example, Babylonia has a patch outside of their house that shows up on occasion, but it gets depleted. And then, depending on the Coriolis storm, it has completely been wiped off the map and goes somewhere else. But it's come back a couple of different times. These take a little bit to craft. Just need 1 more filter. While we're waiting on that, Three days later. Alright, 1 more filter. And then I need 6 ingots. Alright, we'll go fuel these up. those are good to go for the next 8 hours. And then we're going to get a third cistern up top. I was going to wait to make the duraluminum, but I don't want to wait anymore. It's going to be like another 3 days for me to get enough duraluminum together to do it, so we might as well just get the one up there now for the guild members. Okay, that's going to take a hot few minutes to craft. What's next? The spice refinery needs a lot more. I need another 100 plus. Not quite. I need like 50 some. Could probably do. Is it raining? I need like 50-ish silicone blocks. And the rest is aluminum. 50-ish silk. Let's just do 50. And then I need another 22 duraluminums. Which you can't make until I make aluminium. And I could do 22 of those. Which I can then make 22 of those. And then I've got enough. Well, we might get the. There might be enough water to do this. I might be able to make that spice refinery today. It might happen. I haven't used anything yet, but it'll be nice to have it. Alright, let's go up top so we can be ready to place that. Put it right here. What do you mean, blocked by another structure? That's just not true. Let's move this over. I don't like empty space. Excuse me. What is it being blocked by? Man, they want me to build that way out from the wall. Okay. Well, there we go. I need to give this one guild access. And then the guild members have a cistern and a chest up top. Alright, I gotta take another screenshot here. And let the guild members know that that's up top now. That's added, that mesh cord, and now... What's up, Whiskey Dad? Wait, did I miscalculate on how many I needed to create? I think I miscalculated on these. I think I counted the wrong direction. I think I did. It's all good. We'll get there in a minute. I think I counted backwards. I counted wrong. I counted what I had versus what I needed on the silicone blocks. It's all good. We'll get it sorted out here in a couple of minutes. Spice blow. There's no way I'm gonna get to it. Let's go take a peek though, since we're waiting. Where was it? Usually there's somebody at these by the time I get to them, but this one was close. I might be able to get to it quick. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Well, it's out there in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna have to risk my thopter. I've never done this before. I've always been trying to get the ones that are safe. Balls out here. Alright, that's 5. I don't know how many of these I can get. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude, is he still not come yet? Alright, 5. Is he busy somewhere? What's up? There he is. Get. Now, how quick can I go back down? That's something I've never tested. In the words of the almighty Chit, just do it, lady. Just do it. Do it on your birthday. Or whenever. Shit. I do believe... Go, 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 go. Don't get greedy, don't get greedy. I've never harvested an entire one of these. I've never done this before. I've always just waited for the ones that are close to the sand, or close to the rocks. So... Oh, I fucking hate these thopters sometimes with the way they won't let you out. I don't think really I can get too much more. There's like 2 tiny little looking patches left. I think that was a whole patch. Is there like 500 in one of these? Because it looks like I've gathered like almost 500. Close enough. All right. Whiskey Dad, research stations are PvE, shipwrecks are PvP, so it just depends on what do you want to attempt. Do you want to have the chance of encounters with other players? Then do shipwrecks. But they drop different things. So like, the shipwrecks drop certain components, the Imperial testing stations drop certain components. So it kind of depends on what you want. Belloc says the area where the anvil is, fly over there and go on the west side. I have a base over there. We're gonna go do something for science. It's 500, says Aurora. Okay, cool. So, I got like 480 something. There was probably some more that I left on the ground underneath the ornithopter, so. Because it does shift around, because I tell you, this spot right here is where Babylonia has his base, right here. And this is a worm-free patch right here. This patch disappears from time to time. Like, this patch is not always here. It gets harvested and disappears. Coriolis storm comes out, and then sometimes it's not here for a week. There's another one. Where is it? I harvested it last week. It was over here. I think it's right over there. Somewhere over there. Not the one that's right there right now, but further. This one right over here is another one here. I think it might even be up if we get a little bit closer. this is the other one. That one right there. That one is sometimes here, sometimes not here. It just depends on the Coriolis. At least we're on our third storm, and it hasn't been there, I think, one or two of the storms. So I think it just, it could be that it could very well be that when I have come by, it has been harvested and therefore not there, and it takes time to respawn, and I just assumed that it was gone because of the Coriolis storm. That could very well be the case. But from what I understand is that everything except for dew patches changes every week with the Coriolis storm. All the POIs change. But I do understand that there are patches where something can come back more than once. Like they have sort of like defined spawned points, if that makes sense, where they can show up. I don't know that it's 100% completely random, but who knows? Like, exactly, that's the thing. But like, I don't need flower sand that often, so I'm not like permacamping the flower sand nodes to be like they're there every single time. I would love to know now. Damn it. I need to know for science. Spice refinery. That's literally what we're about to drop on the floor right now. I was waiting and a spice blow happened, so I was like, let's go get a spice blow and see if anybody else is there. And I, for the first time ever, was able to be the first person at the spice blow and was like, cool. And I harvested for the first time ever from the back of my Thopter. Alright, we're about to place the refinery. Actually, we're probably not, because I think I still need silicone blocks. God, can I not count? I think it's because I did the aluminum, not the duraluminum. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so I need 22 of those. And I need another 22 silicone blocks. Right? I don't know. Nice, Reeveser. Weekly rewards. I'm looking forward to when they add the solo and small group stuff to the Lands Red, because that's when I'll be interested in starting to contribute. I may end up contributing anyway before then, but I still have quite a bit left to do on the base. Is that another spice blow? I'm not going to go get it. I'm too close to building my spice refiner. I'll let somebody else get that blow. Come on, I'm almost ready. Nice. House rewards for the win. Ah, we're almost there. Almost there. Worm week. For a week, there are more worms, they're more aggressive, but they're also more ships. I mean, I'm sure they'll eventually start looking at stuff like that. I'm really interested to see what they're going to be adding to the Landsrad to continue to flesh out the Landsrad in the future with, small group content and stuff, solo content, little things like that. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, those are things that just take time to get added. And, like, right now we have the Landsrad weeklies. Um, as I get deeper into it, um, I could get behind something like that. All right, we need 3 more silicone blocks. Come on, silicone blocks. This is the last piece of machinery I need to add, and now we're going to see if the whole base goes down. I'm pretty sure I built enough power in advance of building this thing. I think I had a surplus of like, this takes 200, and I think I have a surplus of 300 right now. We're about to find out, moment of truth. I'll probably need to make more lube, though. All right, here we go. All right, I now have a spice refinery. But now let's see my lube situation because I don't know how much that drained. No, I'm still good. And I have a... What happened to Lotro? Oh, I don't play Lotro until my family night sessions are like 4 hours from now. And my wife's not home, so I took a nap, woke up from my nap, and said I feel pretty good. Dude, another spice blow just went off. Haga Basin is rocking right now. I woke up from a nap and said, well, Chris isn't home. The storms aren't here yet. I feel pretty good. Let's go ahead and go play some more Dune Awakening. Only 120,000 Solari for one spice. I don't give a shit about Stop Killing Games petition or anything that those people want to make it. I saw some random thing because once again, Pirate Software is engaged in some controversy, and I'm like, whatever. He creates drama of his own making. I don't have anything to do with that. I don't want to be anywhere near that. I'm not going to touch it with a 50-foot pole. Let those people go off and do what they're going to do. I'm over here building shit in Dune Awakening, and I'm happier than a pig in shit. Not my monkey, not my circus. All right, I am now creating my first spice melange, which then if I get into the next tier of things I can potentially craft. As an example, I know that I want to create one of these, which requires 3 spice melange. So, this could be my next goal, is to build one of these. But I think my priority is probably going to be one of these. Giant wind trap. Either way, those things require a lot of spice. I still need a lot more. I need way more silicone blocks and I think more cobalt paste. So it doesn't look like I'm ever going to stop needing flour sand or the erythrite crystals. Yeah, I just built my first spice refinery, Ravzar, and I am currently refining my first 12 spice melanges. Triple T says this game has gone and got me to read the Dune book series. I've only ever seen the old movie. Well, if you have the time, Triple T, I would recommend also going and watching the the Sci-Fi Channel had a really good miniseries they did back around 2000. They did Dune, Dune Messiah, and Children of Dune. They did the trilogy of books in 2 different miniseries, like 4 episodes, I think. Might be 6, I don't remember, it's been a while. And then, of course, the new Denis movies, of which there are 2 already, and they're filming the 3rd, starts filming next week, I believe. Oh, the new Dune movies are phenomenal. The Lynch version is also phenomenal, but the new ones are really, really, really good. But also the Sci-Fi Channel version is really, really, really good. Alright. I think we could probably go do some interior building now that I have the 2 big things where I got the water cistern up for the guild members on the top landing platform, and then I put the spice refinery in. So now I need to start thinking about how I want to do the interior version. Yeah, the Sci-Fi Channel version is very good for book accuracy and very bad for special effects. But it's really, really good. It's a really good book accurate version. But yeah, if you have the time, I would highly recommend the new, especially if you're going to be playing this game, because Funcom is working with the Legendary team on visual elements in this game. So the visual elements of this game match up with the visual elements of the films in many areas, like with the Harkonnen and the Atreides um, looks. Oh, I'm missing a wall piece over here. What the heck is this shit? How did this happen? Okay. I think, how many walls do I have going up? I have, let's look at my piece picker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I did 2, 4. What I could do is have this first floor be 3 high. No, we'll just go 2 high. Do you know what I just thought of? I'm going to have to do the same, because of the way I did these floors and the triangles. I'm going to have to match these. Want a pain in the patootie. Palace. I kind of want to do these if I can. So if I come up to same. Because this is where I have to be careful, because the whole edge has to be triangles. And the problem is, they don't have triangle edges for these. This is my concern. Because I bet I can't do the edges the way I want to up here. Oh no, these look, okay. How's that gonna look? Problem is I can't tell if that's gonna stick out the wall or not. I'm gonna have to go outside and see if those are sticking out. I bet they are. Yep. That corner's right, peeking right through right there, and then you see the edging right along there. Okay, the edging doesn't look too bad. That corner shit looks horrible, though. This is what I was afraid of. What if I switch? Well, if I want to do this properly, I bet I'm going to have to do it the same way I did the floor. Damn it, I did the wall thing again. It's just so dark in here I can't see shit. The martial arts actors? What are you talking about, Ravzar? I'm not aware of a Dune movie that has martial arts actors in it. Yeah, the guy who plays Asterion streams BG3 a lot. Let me go outside and check. Alright, there we go. That worked. So I just have to do it the same way I did the floor, essentially. Which is just line this with triangles. Come on now. Oh, I'm out of plastone. Ha ha! That's quickly rectified because I went and harvested some when we were out and about. The Dune from 2000. I talk about the Sci-Fi Channel? The Sci-Fi Channel version of Dune? Yeah, I can assure you the guy playing Paul is not a martial arts actor. He's a Scottish stage actor. Can you give me a name, Ravesar? Because if we're talking about the same one, he's not. Yeah, he's a Scottish stage actor, not a martial artist. But he definitely does a lot of B movies. But that's because he's a Scottish stage actor. He doesn't get. He's not hugely famous. Plastone. That's what I need to do really quick. I don't have any silicone blocks. Cancel. Let's make like 25. I don't know. I just need some silicone blocks really quick. Yeah, I took a nap and my wife's not home yet, Transcend, so. Are we talking Alec Newman? Because the Dune from 2000. Oh wow, I actually we're gonna have to agree to disagree. Thanks for the gifted subs, Thurbino. I quite enjoyed the Sci-Fi Channel version. I thought it was extremely book accurate. But it's all the only big name actor in that was William Hurt and Saskia Reeves, I think, are the only two like. Well, and later on when they got to Children of Dune, that was one of the first roles that James, what is his name now? He's super famous now. I'm gonna go look it up. James McAvoy was really young. He played Leto Atreides too. Yep, huge Stargate fan, and I have on the channel somewhere. I used to do a series. I haven't done it in a while. I haven't done it in a while, but I have a series dedicated to like all my favorite sci-fi and fantasy shows, and all the Stargate series have showed up on there because I like all the Stargate series. All right, Plastone. I need some of this to craft, damn it. All right, I'm gonna hold off on doing any more of that until I know I have enough Plastone to finish my construction project here. Lies. Opinions are not allowed to be valid. They have to be the same as mine. Damn it. Yeah, Stargate Universe was awesome. I was also disappointed when that got canceled. I was like, no! I'm just when it was getting good. Now, I'm going to want a stairwell at some point in here, but I'm not going to do it until I figure out how I want the floors to work in here. And I got to get lighting sorted because when I built this, I just used these walls because I was like, hey, these look really cool. But there is not enough. They haven't fixed the lighting issues yet with the shaders and stuff, so I got to get actual open windows. Otherwise, we won't be able to see shit in here. I did play those games way back in the day, but they're so long ago. I don't really have any memory of those. I know I played them with my uncle. Same uncle who got me into gaming because he liked like Alien. He liked Zat McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders, and then his brother, my other uncle, was big into like Space Quest, and so that got me into the Sierra games. Long time ago. I still like Quest for Glory more than I liked King's Quest and Space Quest. But I liked it because you could create like different classes. And I just think Quest for Glory 4 is probably my favorite still to this day because it was one where it was fully voiced and you had John Rhys Davies playing the narrator, and it was just like, this is dope. Alright, we're going to replace these with glass. I don't know who it was who said you could change it with the piece picker. I do not see that being the case. I don't see how it's going to let me change with the piece picker. It's not letting me change shit with the piece picker. So I'm just going to do it the way that I know how to do it. Because we need some light. I better not destroy that one just in case it falls apart. I'm only going to do it on the sides, though. Oh, could I do it? Did I not do corners there? I thought I did rounded corners. I guess I did. Oh ho ho. I forgot that I did it this way. No. You just stop being flickery and go right there. I can put that corner out real quick. Oh, you get up in there. Okay. Alright, that gives me this floor. Now the question is, do I do single floors from here on up? Because I could do 3 more floors, which is probably what I'll do. And then I could make these into like, or do I want this to be 2 floors? Probably do 2 stories. And then the 3rd floor can be a single row across the very top. But before I do that, I gotta figure out how I want. Because, oh my god, the lighting in here is crap. So I probably need to work on lighting first so that I can actually see what I'm doing. It's still not going to be very good because of the way the shaders work. It's going to be better than nothing, and I can strip these down later. I got to think of how I want the stairs to, I need to go down to see that. Let me out! I'm going to have to tear up a floor to get out of here. Alright. Now, more than likely what I want to do is make the upper row of these also those glass walls so that I can see. Nothing's better than Bab 5. Bab 5 is good, but again, like the Sci-Fi Channel version of Dune, the special effects are dog shit. However, I have watched Bab 5 through twice. I've watched all the Star Trek. I've done Star Trek through twice, Stargate through twice, Bab 5 through twice, Battlestar Galactica through 3 times, the reimagined version. Since 8 a couple of times. I like J. Michael Straczynski's work, so I've also watched like Jeremiah. I've seen through 3 times. I fucking love Jeremiah. And for a long time I followed Straczynski's Patreon page. I'm still sort of following. He's moving to England now to work on stuff. I was disappointed that the Bab 5 reboot didn't happen. Bab 5 is a great show. Horrible special effects, but oh my god, is it a good storyline. In fact, every time I play Mass Effect, I call Mass Effect a Babylon 5 ripoff, because it's the same story. It's literally the same story as Mass Effect. Excuse me. Mass Effect is literally the same story as Bab 5. Great show. Londo Mollari is one of the best characters of all time. And I think it's just a credit to what could be done with a continuous, God damn it, a continuous storyline if a writer is given the chance to actually show run the entirety of a show without having lots of different showrunners and lots of different people getting in the way and wanting to do things. You can't do TV like that anymore. No one's going to allow another Babylon 5 to be made in that way. I think there was a stretch, if I remember correctly, he wrote like 95 episodes in a row. Hang on, guys. I gotta... Oh, that was you? Come here. I wasn't sure what cat. I thought that was somebody outside the door. Are you coming over to say hi? Come here, Jojo, big baby. Do you have the chirps? Oh, you're not awake. You've been in here since 5:30 in the morning, and you've been sleeping in the bed. Hi, buddy. Jakar, oh my god, Jakar. Yeah, and all the storylines between Jakar and Londo, the unlikely friendship that comes out of that. It's Babylon 5, if you have the patience and you can sit through some really shitty special, not so great first season. Because kind of what happens is they do the first season and then it kind of gets rebooted because the main actor doesn't come back. And so they bring in John Sheridan, and then season 2 is when things really, really kick off. And I wish I could tell people that you could skip season 1, but you can't, because there are a lot of other elements that come in from season 1 that then are part of season 2 and onwards. But I would happily, like, Babylon 5 is an adventure. Like, if you love, like, ongoing storylines, like linear storytelling, not episode of the week bullshit, if you love story arcs that go on and on and on through multiple seasons, Babylon 5 is something to behold and to cherish. It's just really hard to sit through if you need it to look good. It did get better as they went on, but yeah, I think that's fair. Or season 1 is okay, season 2 to 4 is amazing, and season 5 is still meh. But I cry every time I get to the end of it. And you also have to go watch the Ranger show after that. Crusade was it called? I can't remember now, but it only got the one season. I know you want to go out. I'm talking to people about a TV show that I really like. All right, I need to do cat dad stuff. I'll be back.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
But I would highly recommend anybody who wants to watch another good show by Michael Straczynski would be Jeremiah, which only ran for 2 seasons, and he was only really involved for the first season, but it was on Showtime. Um, just another really good
Sector
sci-fi
weather
show.
alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
All right, this ought to help a little bit with the lighting issues. Whew, let's get that bottled up and just wait for the storm to come through. Cat purrs are my ASMR, pretty much. We have a bunch of cats. Is Firefly any good? It puts me off being canceled after one season. There is a reason Firefly has developed the massive cult following it has today. That is one of the saddest tales of cancellations in all of Hollywood history. A show that ran for one season, gets canceled, becomes this cult following, gets a theatrical release to sort of tie up loose ends, and then goes on to become an even bigger cult franchise over the years, and yet Fox will never let anybody do anything with it. And it's just, it sucks. Yes, it's worth it. It is totally worth it. It made the careers of every single actor on that show. It is 100% worth watching and rewatching and rewatching and rewatching. Jane, the man they call Jane. He robs from the Jane, he steals from the poor. Oh, Mutter's Milk will always be a classic for Thanksgiving. And I do, matter of fact, yeah, dude, Firefly is awesome. Firefly is definitely awesome. I don't stream my Lotro sessions, but yes, Lotro is in about 3.5 hours. About 3 hours from now is when I'm supposed to go play Lotro with my family. Okay, so this is definitely going to need some more light in here, but what I want to do is figure out a stairwell. I've only put out one episode for the family sessions, so yeah, no worries. We just played 30 minutes last week because my brother had a ton of technical difficulties to sort out. This week, hopefully we will. You know what? I bet I can't place that right next to it because the flooring is going to want me to do it catty corner. Oh, but I bet I could do that. Yeah? No, that's not going to work. That is not going to work the way I want it to. I'm not going to be able to get stairs up here the way I want. Farscape is also very, very good. Yep. You know, the reason is because I've got those. I'm going to have to do it this way, I think. And then I'm going to have to demolish some of the rooftop to make this work. I don't know how I'm doing this yet. How do I get this? The problem is because we've got those triangle pieces there in the corner. Oh, I'm loving Foundation. I'll be reviewing that soon. Third season starts in July. Also in July, we have the new season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I've been reviewing both of those shows since they started, so those will start to get into the rotation in July. And I got stalled on Murderbot, which is really good, but I got busy with Dune Awakening and I kind of let Murderbot slide to the side. So I got halfway through reviewing that season and then I just stopped. So I need to go finish watching Murderbot because that's been a pretty fun show. But yeah, we'll be doing Foundation and the new season of Strange New Worlds for Star Trek, which just got a fine. It's the season 4 is about to air, and it got a season 5 commitment to end, so it's going to be ending after season 5. I do not know how I can make this work. That's not what I want to do, I don't think. But let's. No, I'm not gonna be able to do it like this. I'm gonna have to come up from here. Oh, that musical episode was awesome. Okay. Special. Nope. That could theoretically work. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I can make it work. Okay, now I gotta figure out another place for the stairwell up here. Now the question is, can I block in the stairwell back over here or not? Because it's... we've got the floor down there. This is what I don't know. Because it's gotta be right here. Oh, this is not gonna work the way I want it to. There we go. No, right there. Okay. Perfect. Okay. There we go. There we go. Voila. And now we need railings. No, don't do that. Wrong thingy. Okay. Alright, now we've got nice stairs going up there, which brings us up here, and then we come out around the corner. And and then we've got a nice landing right here. Now I can work on where do I want to put the next stairwell, and then I ought to put it right here, right next to this, would probably be the smart thing to do. And then have it go right up there. Possibly. If I can make this work. Don't know. But in the words of Chit, do it, lady. Just do it. And I'm not going to stop doing that. It's too fun. I may have to get rid of the railing, though, to be able to place that right there. Yep. Which is going to look... I have no idea if this is going to work. What we's gonna find out. Because I don't think that's gonna work though, because that's gonna run me right into the floor, and I don't think there's a way for me to. I don't think there's gonna be a way for me to actually get off the stairs. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Because I don't think. Because you come up and it just dead ends. That's not gonna work. Alright, well that's good to know. We can move the stairs somewhere else. And put our railing back. Okay. Alright. And we gotta do... Well, we're good here for now. Where am I gonna put these stairs? They essentially... Problem is if they die up into the rocks, that's not gonna work either. What if I did them at a different angle? This could work. I can make that work, I think. You gonna be cranky about placement, aren't you? Okay. Okay. Could probably. Now we're gonna enclose this. Alright, that works. That light is going to look really weird, but that's just where that light is in the world, and I can't do anything about it. So it's just going to be there, no matter what. The Urbino said, I missed this earlier. Urbino said, I'm just getting into Stargate and I absolutely love it so far. I'm on season 3, almost season 4. Just took in a small stray kitten and have decided to name him Teal'c. Oh, you're in for a ride. God, like the first 7 seasons of Stargate SG-1 are honestly so good. But also, it's so cool because like then you get to go over and watch Stargate Atlantis, and it's a completely different team, different adventures. That's when Jason Momoa was first getting going, uh, and oh, just and that's when you get some of the Firefly crew dipping in and doing stuff on Atlantis as well. Because Jill State ended up, I think she was on Atlantis for a couple of seasons. Man, all of Stargate is good Stargate. It's good stuff. And there's just so many episodes. All right, let's finish. Let's demo some of these walls so we can get some light up in this bitch. Oh, those are my turbines up top. I was like, what machine am I hearing run right now? Come on now. You can do it. Okay. Oh, you just go there. You just do what I want you to do. Stop being finicky. Okay. Is this where I need to? I can't tell if I'm already at the edge or not. Because it's so dark in here. I need to finish. Alright, I think we can go back from here. And then we can replace some of these walls with the lights. Whoa, for a minute there I thought it demolished the whole wall and I was about to have a panic. I was about to have a panic. I saw the whole wall just sort of shimmer out of existence. No! It's really finicky about some of these placements. Uh-oh, what just happened? It acted like I fell. Oh, I see why. Oh shit, I did fall. Right? No, I didn't. That's just the roof above me. God damn, I can't see anything back over here. Even with my personal light. It's like that on this tier? Can't wait till they fix the lighting in here. Okay. Alright. Alright, now we can replace the walls. Okay. Alright. That essentially gives me a 3-floor structure for in here. Now we get to go outside and see what it looks like from the outside. Because it all looks pretty good from the inside. Plenty of light now with all those lights. I do need to double check something outside. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot different too now. Okay. I could definitely demo that one. To match up. Alright, there we go. Oh, I gotta fix that. That's not supposed to be like that. That was on the second floor. No, that was the next one up. It was that right there. I may not need to do anything. It looks okay from down here unless it was the next floor. Yeah. So I need... The problem is I don't... You know what I probably need to do? Is demo that just so I can see what I'm doing here. I don't... That doesn't look good. Because of what happened here. I know what we did. We gotta demo that. This should have been a square piece. Yup, that's what it was. Yep. Should have been a square piece. Alright, now we've wrapped that properly. Plenty of natural light in here now. There's tons of floor space. We may be done with the actual structural building of this base. I feel like we could probably move on to the interior decoration now. Which means starting to think about what do I want all of these spaces to be. Because we do have a limitation on how many, like if I want to put, as an example, if I wanted to take this entire third floor and say, this is the guest wing, let's make bedrooms. Let's put 5 big suites up here, 6 big suites up here. Do I have enough space to put 6 suites? Because there is a limitation on how many pieces of each object you're allowed to place. So out of sheer curiosity, I bet I'm up around 3,000 building pieces right now. If I had to guess. No, I'm not even at 2,000. Holy crap, I could do a whole lot more if I wanted to. Lights, however, are a problem. I'm already at half lights, which a lot of those were used to just put up while I was constructing. So I could strip all the lights out, probably. Storage, I'm still good on. Decorations, though, only can put 700. And I can only put 7... But... I've got a lot of space. I just need to be creative with it and think about it from terms of... Alright, that looks a lot cooler, to be honest with you, now that we've got the... And the really cool thing is you'll be able to see people moving around in there too, if you like, once we get people coming around. It's not quite the fortressy look that I wanted, but I have to build it that way to get all the natural light. I still need to do something out here with these outer edges, because they just look a little bland and you can see under that. The garage is going to stay as is. I'm going to keep the garage over here separate. It's going to be its own thing. Guild members can roll right in. We've got the landing platform for guild members up here. We've got the assault thopter. We've got the guild chest and the guild cistern sitting here. This whole room, I would imagine I will eventually put facilities for the guild to use. So this won't need any... This will be like... Because I think when you... I'm pretty sure... Yeah, this is when you get into the like advanced weapons fabricator, advanced garment fabricator, advanced survival fabricator, advanced vehicle fabricator. All that stuff, large ore refinery, I'm going to place all that up here. So this will be the tier 6 production facility, is on this top platform. And then up top, we've got space, because I can still build up even more. And the objective here is that, because I can still build up, whenever we get the carrier built, we can put a carrier right here. And I'll build up a pentashield for that. Because we can come up a lot more. We can come up like 4 walls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I might be able to. I can go 4. So I can go 4 and then put a roof on it. Oh yeah, dude, that's more than big enough for a carrier. And you could probably end up having this just be more thopter storage for everybody. It's coming together, kids, slowly but surely. So while everybody else is off yelling at each other about nodes, I'm over here just being like, shit, man. I got a lot more base to build. But I think we are ready for, that'll be tier 6 production. That's what that's going to be. I've got tier 1 through tier 5 production in the garage. That's going to be tier 6 production in the Ornithopter garage. Then we've got a bunch of picnic stuff I'm going to set up here to decorate this landing platform. And then this room right here will possibly be like trophy room. And then this room could be probably my master suite. And then we've got a whole big old floor right here for something. I don't know, guild officers, meeting hall. Or maybe I have this first, yeah, I don't want the first one to be my master suite though. I might make this one my master suite, but then people have to come through my master suite to get down here. Maybe I don't like that idea. You know what I could do is I could build up on top of this and have my master suite be up on top of here. What you're saying is we might not have enough space up here. I might have to change my mind once we get to building the tier 6 stuff. I haven't looked to see what it is. I don't know if I've even claimed it yet, to be honest with you. Out of sheer curiosity, let's claim. It is big. Oh shit, that is big. That's very big. You might have you might have just made me realize I might need to change my mind about having the top floor be a landing pad. Top floor might need to be a production, or I'm gonna have to expand the garage down below significantly. I bet that's what I'll do because I own all of that land down there. And I bet that's what I'm going to need to do is we're going to have to build, I'm going to have to, so I dead-ended the garage right there. So what I'm going to have to do is probably expand the garage all the way, if you can see it here, go up there to the other edge and have the garage go all the way over there and then have a second story. Decisions, because I have a first floor here, and what I might need to do is have this thing come out and have this entire thing here become a second floor, second story production just for like T6 stuff. They can't prevent you from flying away, Carpe Noctem. You can literally, like, get in your ornithopter and fly. Like, and also, unless you're out there with your assault thopter, if it's your personal thopter, you can use your handheld thing as long as there's no inventory and just summon your thopter. Yes, that's considered griefing, but also like there are ways around that. But if someone is doing that to you, make sure you get proof, report them. That would definitely be griefing because they're trying to get you purposefully eaten by the worms so that they can steal the spice. So if that's happening, you should report them for sure. Anyway, I can expand this base all the way over here. The problem is it's a bunch of rock, which doesn't give me a bunch of stuff. So probably what I just need to do is think about I can expand here up above the rock and give me a lot more space to build with because that is going to take up a whole boatload of you know. God, by the way, how do you place this and not have it be blocked by your character? Okay, there we go. That's good to know. I didn't know the tier 6 stuff was so big. Uh, I'm gonna have to give that some more thought. Now you got me thinking. I might make this my suite back here, and I can have this be like, we can have this be accessible with the guild, but then I can make this like my little personal suite back in here. And then I can have a front office here. Let's see what we got here. I don't know what we've got in terms of building materials is the thing though, so I gotta. Oh, I'm out of aluminium for that one. That could work. And then I could make this my personal little chamber. I haven't looked at the interior decoration. Yeah, go for it, Blackthorn. Agave seeds. Like, I've got my terrarium. Definitely need some lighting in here, I'll tell you that much. can't see because of that stupid button right there. Okay, that ought to give me enough light for now. What else can I build in here? Furniture. Atreides bed, Chome bed. Atreides desk. This is where we get into the hard part because there's no snapping, so I just have to sort of eyeball everything. Yeah, this is more than enough space to have a nice open suite. I can make this work. Side table for sure. Put another one over here. Ah, that'll be close enough. Yeah. Oh, I'm out of granite. It's gonna put a stop to my decoration for the day here. I could put the terrarium in here too. I don't have any granite. All right. There's so many cool things to build with now. That Caladan table. Oh, that's right. I have the whole Caladan set too I can build with. However, I am out of granite, so I've got to go do some harvesting if I'm going to do any more. Still, I think I can dig this right here. This gives me a personal
Sector weather alert.
suite
A large
up
sandstorm
top.
is approaching.
Since I'm not going to use this for another bay. And I can have this be for my own personal chamber, which I got to figure out how to... This place will get decked out. I'll put a lot of cool stuff in here. But I obviously have to go harvest more granite. Oh, and you know what else I have that I could probably put right up there? I have that badass mural. However, I bet it's not going to let me place it because I put that type of wall up there. Yeah. I'm going to have to do a different type of wall to place that. But that's that. I'm going to put that mural up there. But I need... What if I
Sector
demo
weather
that
alert.
wall?
A large sandstorm is approaching.
I bet it has to be a smooth wall. No. Yes, it's gonna have. Well, yeah, it's gonna have to be a smooth wall. It won't let me place it on these funky walls.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
What do those look like? Those look horrible. But oh, it's being finicky about not wanting to place that now. Or like it's wanting to place it at a weird angle. It's not like going flush with the wall at all. I don't know what it's doing. Right? Oh, I guess it did place it flush. It just didn't look like it. I don't like those walls at all. What if I did these? I just want to see what type of wall I can actually build that on. It's blocked by another. Yeah, so they have to be smooth walls. Alright, I'm not a fan of that. I don't want smooth walls, damn it. I want to do something cool. But if I want to place that mural there, it has to be smooth. The only other place to do it would be if I got rid of the windows up there and put the mural up there. It's not quite as visible though, is the problem. Like the eye line isn't necessarily going to pan up. It might. Let's take a peek at this. What walls do we want to build? The outer face, inner face. No, it's because it's got the columns. That is really annoying how it won't do it unless it is an absolutely flat surface. So you can't use any sort of columned walls at all. What the hell walls could I use? The palace wall, maybe? No, because those are definitely... Man, I am at a loss. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm gonna have to play around with those and just figure out what wall I can mount that on. Hang on, it'll go right there. Oh, but see, that I want it to go right there. But it's not wanting to. But I could hang it right here as sort of like an overhang. I could maybe make that work. The problem is it's not quite what I want it to do. Well, I need granite. I know there's some granite right down here. That hurt. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna get this done. I do want it right here. I don't want it up there. I want it right here. I gotta figure this out, man. What sort of wall can I build with? I might have to get out of the Caladan set. Or the Atreides set. Maybe move to the... That's gonna look like shit, though. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. There's gotta be one of these wall sets that I can build with. It's just, it can't have the pillars. It's gotta be relatively smooth-faced. This one won't work. That one won't work. I don't think... This might work? No, it's still gonna have the... I don't see any of those that don't have a, they've all... Oh, never mind. It'll work. Well, now it's got me thinking. Hold that thought. Can I put it... No, I may have... It may needed to have been built to want to place it. Hang on. Now I need to play around with some other walls. I really would love to do it with these if I could. But I don't know if it's going to let me do it with these. But I'm going to try all of these until I figure this out. It's going to work. It's going to work. I think it was just not wanting to let me do it beforehand. Now, here's the hard part. Is getting this centered, because that is not centered. That is not. This is why we need snapping. I think it's because I didn't have any granite. It wasn't even wanting to let me preview the placement, is what I was getting at. Yeah, I think that's true. Oh, that's really close to being centered. I think I'm gonna not touch it again. Because it's like just over the edge of that, just over the edge of that. It's really close to being centered without having any sort of snapping. I think I can feel somewhat proud of what we've accomplished so far. It's not perfect, but it is coming together. And then I'm going to need to get some more granite together to finish this suite out. Um, but definitely want to put more stuff in here and have that be a major focus. Was that a spice blow that just happened? I didn't see the vibration. I heard something that sounded like it. Oh, it totally was. Let's go, just see. If there's nobody there, I'll grab it. Is that your base? I know Blackthorn has a base around here somewhere. Alright, I lost track of that spice blow wherever it is. Thought it was over here somewhere, but I sure as shit don't see it. Oh, it must have been down here because there's another player. Oh, they already got. Looks like it already got. It already got. Oh no! Worst time of the world for my batteries to go down on my controller, and I don't know how to control this thing with the mouse and keyboard. Oh, this will be fun. How do I go up? The last thing I want to do is accidentally launch myself out of this. Vulture mode is shift. No, that's not the right way to do it. Spacebar. Spacebar. Okay. Woo! I like how there was no warning. If you're playing like Xbox or something, you'll get the warning that your controller's about to die. I got no warning. It was just I'm like in mid-flight, and all of a sudden it's like, nope, no more controller for you. That was awesome. We gotta get back to my base. Nice, so I gotta go feed the chickens and the ducks and clean the cat litter boxes and all that stuff. I will be, well, I have rechargeables and I have, they're around the corner behind me. They're in the remote control for the television right now. Anyways, tomorrow morning we'll be back. Death Stranding 2. The Lotro, depending on how long we go tonight. Last week I got the episode up after we finished playing, but I don't know how long we're gonna play tonight, so we'll see. How do you push it down? Spacebar goes up. Anybody know how to move it down with the... It's control. Figured it out. Alright. Cool. And then exit vehicle. And then the rest of this, I do need to get some duraluminum and stuff refining before I go to bed. Because we've been doing water that whole time. That'll be that. Alright, everybody. See you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Don't forget, if you missed any of this, these will get cut out as their own episodes for the base building series. I think we're pretty much done with exterior. and we're just going to move on to interior decorations for the next couple of weeks on this thing until such time as I'm ready for T6 production, which is going to be a long way from now. And it sounds like Blackthorn is taking care of the um, guild base thing for the deep desert, so I'm not going to stress about that. I'll let other people do that, and I'll just contribute from time to time. And then I'll have this as our one of several bases back in the Haga Basin. Have a great evening, folks. Be kind to each other, and don't do too much spice.